This is home. Twin States News starts right now.
We begin tonight in Meridian. 8th graders from the Lauderdale County School District participating in a reality fair today where they found out what real-world expenses are like. Twin States News' Jasmine Stevenson was there.
The Lauderdale County School District held their annual reality fair here at the MCC Workforce Development Center. 8th graders had the chance to come inside and learn how to budget, spend, and save their money. Northeast Middle Schooler Layla Coleman told me what she learned today.
Well, it's going to help me in the real world because I already know what I need. Like, if you go ahead and buy what you need, and you can save for what you want.
Organizer of the event, Debbie Smith, says the purpose of the event is to inform students of responsibility.
We're teaching them here is the fact that one day they're going to be out on their own and they're going to have to take responsibility, and their parents will not be providing all the money for them to do all this stuff that they have to do in life.
Tables were set up that represented items that were necessities and temptations. It was the students' job to decide which one was more important.
They come to my table for health insurance. When they get to me, I make sure they've been to the food table, the housing table, the utilities and transportation table. If they're out of money, they can't afford insurance. I then send them to go get a second job. Then they come back to me and they can get insurance.
8th grader Mackenzie Robinson believes that the exercise is going to give her a head start on her future.
Well, I think it's going to help me because there's so many different ways where people can spend money, and sometimes people don't really know how. So I think this can help me in helping with my future.
All middle schools in the district were able to come out and experience the reality fair today. Jasmine Stevenson, Twin States News, Meridian.
6 local organizations in the Queen City received grants to help further their creativity. Twin States News' Donisha Branham has the story.
The Meridian Council of the Arts has named the recipients of the 2022 Community Arts Grants. The arts program offers financial assistance to organizations and artists in Meridian and in the Lauderdale County.
So the Meridian Council for the Arts has been the city's recognized arts organization since 1978, and we are fortunate to be able to award grants to other groups with an art focus in the community.
Grants are awarded to nonprofit art organizations such as neighborhood associations, school colleges, universities, and public and social service agencies.
It's important for us to show support to the other organizations in the community that are promoting the arts and community involvement and diversity, and trying to pull together with an arts focus.
The grant application took place from December 1st until January the 14th, and today they are awarding the recipients with their checks. We hear from the recipient from the Jimmy Rogers Foundation.
We're so excited. We're so happy for what the Meridian Arts Council does for our community. They really help foster the arts.
The recipient from Meridian Public School District tells us what the grant will help them accomplish.
We are hosting a district arts showcase, and that's through Any Given Child Meridian. And so in this district art showcase, we wanted to have an art gallery that we can showcase student artwork throughout the school year.
Other recipients included the MAX, Meridian Industrial Heritage Museum, Meridian Restoration Foundation, and the Meridian Symphony Orchestra. Donisha Branham, Twin States News, Meridian.
Songwriter Bob Dylan will make a stop in Meridian on his Rough and Rowdy Ways tour. On Friday, April 8th, Dylan will perform at the MSU Riley Center Theater for what's expected to be his most personal performance, with over 900 seats in the Opera Theater. Tickets go on sale this Friday, February 25th at 10 a.m. To find out more, you can visit twinstates.news. The Meridian Police Department needs your help in locating a man, Robin Brown, in connection to an aggravated domestic violence incident. It happened around 5 a.m. today. Officers responded to a local hospital in reference to a stabbing victim that was dropped off. The victim was reportedly stabbed multiple times in the neck and head area. The victim is currently listed as stable. Investigators say Brown and the victim were in a dating relationship. Officials say Brown dropped the victim off at the hospital and left. If you know the whereabouts of Robin Brown, contact the Meridian Police Department or Crime Stoppers. A huge fire burned 2 structures in Jackson, Mississippi early this morning. The massive fire broke out in 2 abandoned buildings in South Jackson. A portion of a building collapsed as firefighters worked to get the fire under control. Plumes of smoke could be seen from nearby Interstate 20, and police moved news crews back from the scene due to the intensity of the fire. There's no word on how the fire started, and there were no injuries reported. More states are moving away from mask mandates, leaving Hawaii and Puerto Rico as the only remaining holdouts as the pandemic enters what doctors hope will be the endemic phase. Jonathan Seri has more from Atlanta.
The daily average of new COVID cases in the U.S. is now down below 60,000, less than 1/12 of the January peak. Another sign the Omicron surge is behind us. And we're now learning more about how the vaccines protected us during that surge. The CDC releasing new data showing that while the shots help folks stay out of the hospital, the protection was weaker than previous surges, resulting in much higher rates of infection. That confirms a pattern of vaccines having reduced effectiveness over time, once again demonstrating the need to get booster shots as the new BA2 subvariant spreads quickly across the country.
The fly in the ointment, of course, is BA.2, but of course, if a lot of the protection is from prior immunity, then we shouldn't expect to see substantially more severe disease.
And as we enter what many are hoping will be the endemic phase of the outbreak, more cities and states are removing mask mandates in public and in schools. On Tuesday, the Maryland State Board of Education voting to rescind its masking requirements for public schools. And in Indiana, starting Wednesday, schools no longer need to report COVID cases to health officials. But they say that doesn't mean they'll stop tracking the virus if there's an outbreak.
If those COVID positives are reported to us, we'll keep track of those, and we'll work with our county health officials and lean on them to give us guidance on when we need to take appropriate action.
Right now, Hawaii and Puerto Rico are the last remaining areas with mask mandates for all indoor spaces.
Meridian's municipal court is giving residents the chance to resolve outstanding fees they may have with the city that include everything from fine balances to delinquent payments and civil contempt warrants. Tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., the court will hold an amnesty day. For this one day, anyone who appears in person will have their fines or fees reviewed and will be granted with a payment plan.
Well, Amnesty Day, first of all, is just a fancy way of saying a day of forgiveness or a day of grace. So this day is set to target and benefit those people who have failed to appear in court or have come to court but have failed to comply with any payment plans.
Judge Dustin Markham wants the community to know this is not a scam to get you in the courtroom to be arrested. Georgia will officially recognize February 23rd as Ahmaud Arbery Day. The resolution passed the State General Assembly earlier this month. Today, 2 years since Arbery's death, it was officially recognized in a public ceremony in Atlanta. Arbery's mother broke down in tears during the resolution's reading. It calls on Georgia residents to run 2.23 miles every year to honor Arbery, who was killed while out jogging. It also urges residents to continue advocating for racial equality to honor her son. Arbery's mother also announced a nonprofit in her son's name and will be offering 6 scholarships to seniors from Arbery's former high school. Millions of people could see snow and ice in the coming days. Another winter storm is making its way across the U.S. Hunter Davis has more.
More than 50 million Americans are under winter weather alerts today as the week's second winter storm makes its way through the central U.S. People from the southern plains to the Midwest are bracing for more snow and ice.
It's going to be freezing and the snow's coming in a couple of days, so it's going to sit on top of whatever ice is sitting here.
This morning, freezing rain and sleet began leaving a layer of ice on streets in Oklahoma and Texas. In Dallas, crews pre-treated major roads that could become slippery by tonight.
The brine will prevent the ice from bonding on the roadways. We're trying to prevent ice from forming on those, especially bridges and overpasses.
The storm comes after another system dropped several inches of snow in Minnesota and Wisconsin. Bitter cold temperatures in those states are making it difficult to clear the snow from driveways and sidewalks.
This stuff right around here is not coming up, so I salted it twice and hopefully it'll break it up enough that I can get it all scraped up.
Meanwhile, in California, a cold front brought snow and rain to parts of the state on Tuesday. Widespread freeze warnings are now in effect through Friday morning. In the Sierra Nevada, drivers chained their tires ahead of the slippery conditions.
I have pretty cheap tires on my car right now, so I feel a little bit when I'm coming into stops or turns.
We're from San Jose, we don't get snow at all, so it's nice to play in the snow after a while.
Here in Oklahoma, the ice could be heavy enough to knock down trees and cause power outages.
Still ahead tonight, a landmark settlement between the U.S. Soccer Federation and the women's national team resolving the outstanding equal pay claims in litigation.
A Herculean task to win a World Cup. This felt just as Herculean or probably bigger.
We have reaction about the $24 million settlement coming up.